Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Super Me is a Chinese fantasy slash comedy slash action movie that's about this guy who is a down and out scriptwriter, and basically nothing's going right with his life except for the fact that he has these weird dreams, or I would basically say nightmares, where he's basically being chased by these creatures who are trying to kill him. And because of these events, he can't sleep, and also because of it, he actually enters a different world where things are much, much different from his current reality. And so that's kind of like the general story, because with this type of movie, if you give too many details, then it's definitely going to lead into some spoiler territory. So I'm going to try my best not to get into those. So getting to the things that I did like about this movie is the overall fantasy elements of this. So whenever you get into this whole dream world, I found it really cool. The effects look good, and also you're brought into a different world. So that aspect I did enjoy. And the main character, Sang Yu, he does, I think, a good job of going back in between these two worlds. Which leads me to the second thing of this particular movie that I like is the fact that it does have the fantasy element, but it also has some comedic moments as well, specifically with Sang Yu and his friend. And I think they do a good job of playing the whole comedic stuff back and forth. Now, it's not in your face, but it does make it entertaining overall whenever you're watching this movie. And then the final thing that I would say I enjoyed about this movie was the fact that the story itself is not really complex, but it gives you just enough where you could see that there's more to this world, potentially, than there's actually here. So once again, that kind of keeps things interesting and moving forward instead of being stuck in a lot of boring parts. Protect your online privacy and keep data brokers from selling your personal information by using Delete Me, the #1 privacy information remover service since 2010. Sign up today and get 20% off your first order. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Now, getting to the things that I didn't like about this movie, I really wish they would be able to expand more on the dream world, because I found that the most interesting, not only from a visual standpoint, but also from the standpoint of what is this world? How did this come about? How did Sang Yu and other characters get into this dream world? And how does that all work with reality? So that is something that I was really, really interested in. But unfortunately, we only get bits and pieces of that. There's only moments of it that we go into the dream world for certain reasons, but we don't stay there long. And then the second thing that I didn't like as much about this movie is beyond Sang Yu and his friend who helps him, all the other characters, especially the heroine and stuff, they really don't do much else. We have her, and then we have some villains, I would say, and another character that shows up every now and then. But beyond that, there's really no other characters that you would really be interested in or care about. So that is my overall thoughts on Super Me. Overall, I think it is a fun movie. If you go into this just not expecting too much character development or story beyond the basics of just what I told you. And other than that, I think it is a good time for most people who enjoy these types of movies. And so those are my thoughts on Super Me. If you actually had any of your own thoughts, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my fantasy, action, film, or series reviews, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.